Good evening. Here with Mitch Earnshaw, I'm Will Sherritt, and this is Duck TV Sports.
The number 10 Ducks football team traveled to Boulder this past weekend for their first conference matchup with the Colorado Buffalo. The Ducks won the game 45-2 behind redshirt freshman quarterback Brian Bennett's first career start. Also, in place of LaMichael James, Kenyon Barter started the game and ran 10 times for 115 yards. Bennett completed 11 passes out of 20 attempts for 156 yards in the win. Colorado's only points came on a Cliff Harris punt return where his momentum carried him back into the end zone and Colorado was able to tackle him for the safety. Oregon next plays Washington State at home in Autzen Stadium Saturday at noon.
After being swept in California by both of the Los Angeles schools, the number 18 women's volleyball team returned home this weekend to face Washington and Washington State.
The Ducks came out sluggish to start the match and Washington State took advantage. Here, Chelsea Bettinson and Rachel Todorovich combined for the team block on Liz Brenner. Later, the 6'2 Todorovich splits two Ducks with a strong kill. Cougars take the first set 25-21 behind 17 kills. Todorovich continues her dominant performance with a brilliant block against Kat Fisher, propelling the Cougs to a 25-17 second set victory. But a different Oregon team emerged after the break. Kelly Kawasaki sets the tone early with this effort. Are you kidding me? The fantastic finish gives the Ducks the momentum they would never relinquish. Oregon goes on to win the third set 25-8. On to the fourth set as the UO hitters tally 19 kills, converting on 59% of their total attacks. They take the fourth 25-13. After falling behind 4-0 to start the fifth set, the Ducks regroup during a timeout to complete their comeback. Oregon wins the final set 15-12 to take the match in 5.
The Ducks trying to complete a sweep of the Washington schools against the number 7 Huskies on Saturday. But the Huskies definitely showed that they came to play with this big kill here in the first set by Krista Van Sam. Later in the first, a back-and-forth rally will eventually come up golden for the Ducks as Catherine Fisher gets the kill. She'd finish with 10 on the night. And then it's the true freshman Savannah Paffin getting in on the action. Her shot is deflected out of bounds, resulting in a point for the Ducks. And a little bit later, she decides to employ some basketball skills with the tip-in scoring once again for Oregon. And finally, who else but Elena Bergsma to get the winning point for the Ducks? Her kill cements the sweep of the Washington schools by dispatching the Huskies in 3 sets. The volleyball team stays home this weekend to face new conference foes in Utah on Friday and Colorado on Sunday. Games will be played at 7 p.m. and 1 p.m. respectively.
On Friday, the women's soccer team was home at Pape Field to take on the Washington Huskies.
Breast Cancer Awareness Night at Pape Field as the Ducks donned pink uniforms to honor the campaign. We pick up the action with one of Washington's 9 corner kicks of the night as Abby Steele punches it over the net for the Ducks. After a Washington foul in the 80th minute, the Ducks are awarded a free kick at the 25-yard mark. Leading scorer Scout Lipke steps up and drills a rocket past the Washington keeper for her 4th goal of the year. The Huskies went on to tie the game 4 minutes later, producing a 1-1 draw. With the draw, the Ducks moved to 7-2 on the year. Now let's send it over to Alex, Connor, and Taylor for this week's edition of Packin' Heat.
Thanks, guys. Oregon defeated Colorado this weekend, 48-2. I'm Alex Shoemaker here with Connor Rank and Taylor Gilbrick. So what did you take from the Duck game?
Well, honestly, the real question was, could Brian Bennett step up for Darren Thomas again? And the answer was yes. He went for 152 yards in the air, 69 rushing yards, and 2 touchdown passes.
The biggest thing for me has to be the depth. You got 6 guys running the football, over 300 yards, 8 receivers getting the ball. This shows how well these guys can play. Brian Bennett, as you said, stepped up, second-string quarterback. These guys can run for days.
Yeah, we can't get the segment over without mentioning Cliff Harris and his safety that he had towards the end of the game. You know how badly he wanted to return a punt, caught it at the 8-yard line, tried to reverse field, gets caught in the end zone. Well, back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, guys. Well, that's all we have this week for Duck TV Sports. For Will Sherritt, I'm Mitch Earnshaw. Stay tuned for more Duck TV.